Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where apparently we are negative on consumer goods. Okay, that's awkward. We do have this generator world that needs housing. That's not going to help our consumer goods, but we do have it. We also have this agro world that needs housing and a job, apparently. Interesting. We need a job here, but it's not showing up in the list. Huh. I just started up the game. I wonder if it would need a month tick to update that. Interesting. Regardless, that'll solve both of those problems, so it doesn't really matter. So let's proceed through here and see what else we might have. That's a whole lot of nothing, and it looks like our civilian ships are all pretty busy. We do need a science ship to be doing something, though. So just looking around here to see if we've got anything for this science ship to do. We could put it on science ship automation. I don't really want to do that while we're on a war, or rather while we're in a war here. Why can we not actually research this? Because we don't have a leader. That's why. Okay. We can put in our prime forecaster here, and we can come research this anomaly. Okay, then we've got another science ship, and that one can come up here and do an astral rift, except that both of these are counselors. So they cannot examine astral rifts because they are counselors, which is unfortunate. That means that we're going to have to replace this with someone who's not a counselor. That means we need a new guy, and that's going to cost us Unity. Very sad. Okay, custom AI assistant seems fine. So then we're going to come up over this direction, and we're going to explore this astral rift. Cool. So that is absolutely wonderful, and of course we've got all of this going on over here. We can upgrade this ruined orbital ring and this one. So I'm going to get both of those going. That'll be fine. And we're not going to get any additional territory out over here. We have the White Crush doing something. Where is it going? Back home? Yeah, it's going back home. Okay, that's fine. So we're interested in getting repairs done. We're also interested in rebuilding the rest of our ships. So that's mostly the White Crush here, and we're upgrading here, I believe. Okay, this is 72% upgraded. The rest of these have no orders at this time. I can't remember if we had all of these upgraded or not. I think they're all upgraded, except for the Hurricane Fleet. That looks to be correct. Let's double check in here. Yeah. So the Hurricane Fleet is upgrading. Everything else is done, other than the White Crush, which is going to need to be further upgraded. So we are going to need some additional minor artifacts, and that's not shocking. If we go into our relics here, it's going to be a while before we get another Triumph, so that's understood. So White Crush is going to arrive back here. We're going to tell them to upgrade. It will take about 20 months for that to be finished. The question that I have, and we're going to order them to go into orbit of this station as soon as they're done. The question that I have is this fully expensed at this point? Have we allocated all of the resources for this? The answer is no. We are still needing this battleship and this Titan. Okay. I'm actually just going to enter orbit here. We're going to let this do its repairs. That'll be fine for the moment. I want the Hurricane Fleet to be fully allocated before we start putting the resources into the White Crush. So the battleship is allocated at this point, and we're just waiting on the minor artifacts that we need for the Titan. So that seems fine. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Let's check in on how the Udkavango Devourers are doing. It looks like our Federation has probably pushed far enough that we're not going to be threatened by them taking any territory here. So that looks very, very good. As far as the Nutfunkin Vestige goes, we're deeply unconcerned about that. So that looks fine for the moment. We're at 22k alloys, and that definitely means that we could come down here and start working on some of these stations, right? So we could definitely start putting some resources into this, as long as it's not minor artifacts. So it would be Demi Vito, we would need a few. So defense platforms can start going in here, and that should get capped out pretty quick. There we go. Next would be the Ariga station. So we've definitely got a number of these to go, no doubt about that. but we can put in some defense platforms there. What's the price on alloys? Actually, it's kind of good, and now it's not. Somebody else bought. Okay. We missed our opportunity there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I want to check to see if the Hurricane is fully allocated yet. No, we're not working on the Titan yet. Okay, we need to be in... Wow, okay, here. Minor artifacts. It should be good now, right? 76 should be enough for a Titan upgrade. Yeah, there we go. So this Titan is now fully allocated. Now I want the White Crush to actually move up to here. Because the next thing that I want to do is I want to reinforce this fleet. And the question is, just how much reinforcement is this fleet going to need? Well, it needs a fair amount. It needs 5 battleships, it needs 5 cruisers, it needs 6 destroyers, and it needs 5 corvettes. But how much is that in terms of... How much is that in terms of minor artifacts? That's the question that needs to be asked. We do have a couple of civilian ships that are idle. There's this one down in Trinic, and I would definitely like to get this colonization underway. So we'll send out our colonization bugs, and let's get to work on some orbitals here. So next, we would put in a minor orbital. There's actually a lot of orbitals that are going to go in here. So this would be a minor down this direction. This would be a major. Okay, we'll do a minor here. We'll do a minor here, and then a minor up over this direction. And then yet another minor over here. Then we'll come around this direction, putting in a minor orbital. Actually, that's a major orbital here. A minor down this way, and then a second minor there. Do we have anything out here? No. Okay, noted. A major orbital around the star, but we can't actually build one. Okay, I don't know why we can't, but we can't. So next would be a minor orbital
Locker
here.
Cleared.
There we go. That was not a arc furnace, right? No, that's not an arc furnace. Okay. Minor orbital. This would be a major orbital, and then this would be a minor down here. And then finally, we would put in a minor here,
Ship's
and then
upgraded.
a major here. Okay, now we've got the Cephalos over here in Hadar. Looks like this finished all of its orbitals, and so we would send that down into Huntur, with the goal being to build a Habitat Central complex there. Do we have any other construction ships idle at this time? The answer is no, but the ISS
Research
Clever
complete.
Clam is idle. Okay, I'm not sure if we have anything for it to actually do here, to be honest. Actually, we do. There's an Astral Rift up over here. We would need to replace this, though. We'd need to have this be a non-council member. So that would be something like Planar Theorist, and then come out to Chavash and explore that Astral Rift. Okay, that'll be fine. Now, I want to check in on the White Crush. So we can see this is going to be 744 minor artifacts. Is that an accurate number? Probably at this point. So we have 108. Let's go ahead and get started on that. That's going to be roughly a 1/7 of what we need. And now we've got this construction ship, which was into Vander. Okay, this is going to need to move into Walmart, and we're going to want to do something here in Walmart, but we can't. We don't have enough influence. So this construction ship is going to be idle for a little bit. Improved battleship hulls is probably a good thing to go for here. Do it. Okay, so that all looks solid. Anything else for our construction ships? No. We are going to have an idle construction ship for a few months here. We need 160 influence. We would have that, for the record, if we weren't upgrading our planetary rings out over here. We have another extra couple of colonizations to do here. This is because we are finishing the purges out in these areas, and these are becoming uninhabited because we don't have anyone else there, which is pretty funny, actually. So that also means that we're going to have ruined orbital rings that we're going to have to re-upgrade, which is less funny, but it's fine. I want to check in on Ayabal. We're upgrading to a Citadel right now. Okay, I actually want to move these up and get those done first. So we'll get that done. Excellent. And let's check in on that White Crush at this point. So we need 705, and we have 132. Okay, so this is only going to use about 70 some. What are we short on? We don't appear to be short on minor artifacts. Interesting. We're not short on dark matter. We're, I think, actually short on alloys. Let's buy 2,500. Price is good. Actually, let's buy 5,000. And let's hit this button again. There we go. So that's a couple of cruisers coming in here. That looks great. So at this point, we need minor artifacts, and that's not shocking. So the Mazoglia 8 is currently in Noski. It finished up its habitat complex here. We're going to colonize that. And of course, we're going to need to build orbitals at this point. So we're going to build a major orbital here. This is going to be a major. This would be a minor out here, and then a major. Okay, and then this would be a major orbital. And I think that's all that's in this system. Cool. So that looks fine. Checking in on the White Crush again. We want to continue to reinforce this. Now, we're going to need to do upgrades on it, but this is going to be... I believe this is all of our destroyers that we need. This is 3 of our 5 cruisers. We're going to need 5 battleships and 5 corvettes again. So we're definitely making good progress on that. Odd that those became Wavebreaker Fleet. Okay. Sure. Seems fine. So we're done with the destroyers now. And 3 of our 5 cruisers are being built. What is this? High war exhaustion? Okay, we don't care. We have what we want here. And we're not able to peace out. It's not up to us. We're not the war leader here. So this is okay.
Research complete.
Eventually, we will be as far as we want to be. So that's fine for now. We did just finish up applied superconductivity, and what else do we want to go for? Well, I would like to go for some military techs. Probably energy weapon damage would be the way to go at this time. So that looks good. The White Crush is going to continue to be reinforced here. We're going to get another cruiser in. So we definitely do need more minor artifacts. Yeah, the war ended with a status quo peace with the Udkavango Devourers. So that's perfect. We keep all of the things that we have. Okay, so this out in Chavash finished up. What I'm going to do with this construction ship, mass transfiguration, huh? Okay, that looks interesting. We'll see what happens with that. What I want to do right now with this construction ship is I want to come around out here, and there's a bunch of these astral threads in this new territory that we can gather. Instead of having 2 idle construction ships, we can do this. So that seems fine for the moment.
Building a new home.
Excellent. So next up, of course, we want to continue to reinforce the White Crush. And the question is, how's this going? Okay, we're up to... Yeah, this is looking good. I think that we are done with our cruisers at this point. I'm pretty sure that's completed. We're still going to need some battleships, I'm sure. Okay, checking in here, nothing to be done. On our relics, it's a long time before we're going to have anything there. Keep in mind the White Crush is going to need to be upgraded, and the overall cost of that will be another 634 minor artifacts. So that's going to take some done. That's absolutely fine. We're not concerned about it.
Blocker cleared.
We want to get this construction finished first, though. Do we still need 2 more cruisers? I thought that we were further along on the cruisers than this. Maybe they were built elsewhere and traveled a long way. That's a possibility. Let's see what queues up here. Yeah, that's a battleship. That's what I expected. So we're going to need 4 more battleships, and that's fine. So that's all looking good. We don't want to put that into upgrades just yet, though. Cool. So, when are we going to need more civilian ships doing things? Well, the answer is right now. We've got this one over in Walmart that is currently idle. And we're very, very close to having the influence that we need to create a Habitat Central complex here. 1 more month tick at this point, and we'll have it. We did just finish up this colony. Right. This is pre-existing. We've got the reassembled ship shelter, and then we've got a heritage site, and then an advanced bioreactor. So there's that. Awkward setup here, but it is an agro world. We could put in an ancient refinery. I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to put in right now is a gene clinic. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. So that's one of those locations that we recolonized out over here. And we'll come back to that for sure. Okay, so we need to head into the Walmart system. We are very, very close at this point to getting this Habitat Central complex ready to go. Very, very, very close. All we need is one more month tick of influence. Which is right now. Get that going. Fantastic. So that is underway at this time. And hopefully we have a little bit of time to build our influence back up before we need to do more of those. We'll see. We will see how much time we have for that. So somebody just completed a science nexus. It was the Garoans. That's okay. Whatever. If they want to do that, that is fine. Let's check in on the White Crush. We do know that we need 5 more battleships, so let's get these building. Well, 1 of them anyway. So that is 2 of the 5 battleships that we need. And then we're still going to need 5 corvettes. So that is absolutely going to take some time. Yeah, we need a fair amount of minor artifacts still to get this all completed. Next month tick, we should be able to get another battleship. That will be 3 of our 5. That's all okay. And look at all that colonization happening there. I love it. That's phenomenal. Let's check through our jobs here and see what else we might need to have done here. Wankwort Prime needs a job. Okay, we can definitely do a research complex. That's going to put us a little lower on our exotic gases than I'd like. That's noted. Okay, nothing else really going on there for now. We did just found this colony. That, of course, means a gene clinic and a habitation district. Beautiful. So we'll get that all underway and get our population growing. Our population, as you can see here, is down to 1902. That is significantly down from what it was previously, but that is because we purged off all of these pops out here. Or maybe not all of them, but a significant number of them. Let's head into, like, Parvis down here and look at Florp. Okay. Yeah, so you can see here, we purged off all of the undesirables. And now all that's here is 2 pops. There's an Ultra Ukavango here, who is apparently not being purged. And he's a ruler strata. Okay. I don't know why this Ultra Ukavango is okay, but everyone else was not. I have no explanation for this. That's actually pretty funny. Well, let's bring this aboard and give it aid. Cool. So that seems fine. We also have... Yeah, that's the same thing. We founded this colony, and this colony, of course, needs a gene clinic and a habitation district. There we go. And we founded another colony, a gene clinic, and a habitation district. Excellent. So that all looks wonderful. We are proceeding at this point. I don't know why the game was paused. Probably because I accidentally hit pause. That does that, right? Yeah, that does that. Okay. That would be why. Fantastic. Just checking through these jobs again, but I don't expect to see anything. What we're really interested in doing right now is getting the White Crush fully reinforced. So we can get 2 battleships queued up. This should be all of our remaining battleships that we need, right? No, I think we need 1 more. Which actually, we should be able to do... Not quite now. Next month tick. So the White Crush is going to be rebuilt soon. You can see we are negative in our consumer goods, which is one of the reasons why I keep coming through here and being like, there's gotta be somewhere that needs somewhere to construct, right? But there kind of isn't at this time. We'll get there. Yeah. We will definitely get there. -7 is not a big deal, so that's not shocking in the slightest. We got way more out of this war than I ever intended to get, though. I mean, that's ultimately a good thing. Low stability, where is this? Clegmore? This planet doesn't even exist. This is not colonized. We need to recolonize this. Okay. So that's on the way. Wonderful. The real question is, How many of these... Okay, are we purging here? No, we're not purging. Okay. How many of these can we keep from being in this position? And the answer is, I think all of them have switched. For right now. So that's going to be problematic for us in terms of our influence, because we're going to have to rebuild the orbital rings. Indeed. This needs to be colonized up here, but that's already planned. Okay, I think all of these have switched at this point, if they're going to. Hopefully, anyway. We'll see how that's going. The White Crush, of course, we can get this final battleship built, and we've now got a Corvette coming into. This is one of 5 Corvettes that we need. The Corvettes aren't going to be a big deal. By the time the battleships are finished, I expect the Corvettes to be finished as well. So we can see here, this is going to be a total of 116 minor artifacts. That's really not bad. Let's get another Corvette going here. So that will be 2 out of the 5 that we need. And we can make roughly 1 Corvette per month here. So that'll be okay. As soon as we get all of this built, we're going to get these upgrading. But these that we're building, keep in mind, they are not going to need to be upgraded. So the overall cost of upgrading here is not increasing. So that's good. Okay, month tick comes through. And at this point, we can get another Corvette. That is the 3rd of 5. And that's looking phenomenal. Yeah, we're definitely going to have all of these Corvettes done by the time this battleship is done, as long as we stay on top of this. So that'll be okay. We're capped on astral threads. Not much that we want to do about that right now. It just is what it is for the moment. Okay, so we're going to have a month tick here. This will get us another, at least 1 Corvette. It might give us 2. I'm not sure what the overall cost of that is. So we need 58 in total. Okay. Only the 1 here, but the last one will come through on this next month tick. So that looks phenomenal. We just need 1 additional Corvette here, and that will definitely happen on this tick. Then we can start putting our minor artifacts into upgrading the White Crush, which is not going to take all that long. I mean, it'll take some time, but it's not going to be the world's longest thing, right? So that's okay. Just waiting on this month tick. And there we go. Final Corvette coming in. Perfect. Now we can come in here, and we can grab the White Crush, and we can tell it to go upgrade at the Mega Shipyard. And then after it's done with that, it can come stack back in over here. So it would be a little bit more efficient to just bank up the minor artifacts we need and then do the upgrade. But this is fine. I'm not concerned about it. So we can see this is beginning, and at this point, a status quo piece with the Netfunk and Vestige. Okay, that's not very relevant to us, so this is absolutely fine. Cool. Let's check in on our civilian ships here. Anything going on there? Not really at this moment.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay. We do need housing here. What is this? A trade deal? They want to give us this figurehead, which would produce 20 engineering research in exchange for this interdimensional treaty. I'm going to decline that. I want to keep our interdimensional treaty. I am more interested in having the artifact, or rather the Unity, than having the engineering research. So that'll be fine for now. Of course, we're not very interested in... actually, yeah. Automatically activate new exhibits as we receive specimens. We're not going after specimens right now, so that's fine. We do want to put in a generator district here on Kunides Prime. Anything else that's needed? Actually, Lem Prime. This is currently set up as a research station. And that seems fine. We've also got the mineral production plant here, so I'm going to max out the astro mining bays for the moment. But then this is going to become a research station after that. So we've got Nunkey Prime here, and we can definitely put this in, and then the astro mining bays.
Handshake protocols activated.
There we go. What is this? Okay. Why are they suddenly interested in trading these? This wasn't a thing previously. So this is a mineralized brain, which is giving us the 25 engineering research. They're offering us 130 energy credits, which does not matter, and the flag of the Jaro Lijo, which is giving us leader experience gain. I'm going to decline that. I'm not interested in leader experience gain. Okay. So all of our planets are looking good for the moment. I am certainly interested in getting some of these orbital rings upgrading. This is going to be expensive in terms of influence, but we need to spend it eventually, so let's get that going. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to get these guys upgraded, possibly within the span of next episode. We're going to make relatively decent progress on that, I think, especially looking at the fact that... no, this is not actually queued. Okay, never mind. That'll be a bit problematic, but we'll get there eventually. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special hang on a moment. Hang on. We just discovered a Nexus storm. Okay, this is down here. It might come towards us. Only 12 years on it, though. Okay. That's not so bad. I'm not too concerned about it then. As I was saying, a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.